or they're not. And if you say that that's not true, I'll kick you in the crotch. You say you're just concerned, but I know that's insincere. And if you don't stop trolling, I will kick you in the rear. Then this is not a virtue, and there's no reason to gloat. And if you post it before and after, I'll kick you in the throat. It's okay to have a big belly, so y'all are double chins. And if you're all like you, that's gross, I'll kick you in the shins. Other bodies aren't your business, no need to be unkind. It's 2021 and it's fat people's time to shine. It's okay to be seen, and you deserve to take up space. And if anyone says otherwise, I'll kick them in the face. Yes, we're choosing islands, but geckos do it too. And if you're feeling very attacked, then you have some work to do.
Good evening and welcome to the program.
However, experience
the earth is round
the
and not
suppository of all wisdom.
They're the so-called man caves where many husbands
They patriots all across Australia.
on their own.
Dividing people on the grounds of racist. Well, then you're a racist.
In our democracy and way of life
One in
and
six
culture, and I
Australians
believe
is
it's
now
not.
living off the dole.
Being persecuted for expressing their right to
We
free
don't want
speech.
Australia to be overrun by these people.
And I got obsessed with my body straight away.
Indeed. Well, we're in the grip of the Ice Age, the dealing and use of the drug ice.
On religious preaching in Rundle
The
Mall.
Australian flag, Anzac Day, the national anthem, bacon.
Hello and welcome to Hide from Fire. Everything seems to be working. Yeah, I am, as always, Adam Sage.
Hello, faggot lovers everywhere.
And okay. So I forgot what I was going to say and what I was going to talk about. Australia still under completely unnecessary fucking lockdown laws, and for whatever reason, I'm guessing, it's just my opinion. But there's a election next year, and they're going to keep this horse shit going with all the different variants until next year, because in the US it's the primaries, and UK and I think Canada, and here it will be an actual election, and it's just my opinion, obviously, but I think they're going to need to fortify that election, if you know what I mean, but you know what I say. Fuck off! Anyway, that's what's happening in Australia. We might get to that later, but last episode was all about that, so I thought I'd go to some different stuff. Let's get straight into it. This is Spectrum News 1, and it is University of Wisconsin. Hold on, let's put on my socials here. University of Wisconsin removes rock seen as sign of racism. Now, what could this rock possibly have done? That's right, a rock is a sign of racism, apparently. Madison, Wisconsin, rather. The University of Wisconsin is removing a 70-ton boulder from its Madison campus on Friday. It was removing, Friday, at the request of minority students who view the rock as a symbol of racism. Why do they view it as a symbol of racism, you may be asking? I don't know, did it say something racist? Was it racist to them? How is a rock racist? Was it the rock? I doubt it. Chamberlain Rock, so you must be thinking, well, the guy who it's named after must be racist. On top of Observatory Hill is named after Thomas Crowder Chamberlain. That's it, he's got Crowder in his name. That's why they think it's racist. No, a geologist and former university president. Students of color say the rock represents a history of discrimination. The boulder was referred to as a derogatory name for black people in a Wisconsin State Journal story in 1925. That's right. In 1925, in a single newspaper, a single article in a single newspaper in 1925 called it Niggerhead Rock. For whatever reason, I don't know. They don't. The derogatory term was commonly used in the 1920s to describe any large dark rock. The university, so one article in one newspaper almost 100 years ago used the fucking N-word. So one article in one newspaper said
years.
And it now needs to be removed almost 100 years later because of that. It was used in... university historians have not found any other time that the term was used, but they said the Ku Klux Klan was active on campus at the time. The Wisconsin State Journal reported. Okay, well, Antifa are probably active on campus now. Like, should we get rid of all Starbucks? I fail to see the fucking relevance here. So basically, they are removing... Where is the rock? They don't even have a picture of the goddamn rock. Yeah, let's have a picture of the university, but not the rock. Okay, is this it? That's the rock. And, apparently it's some geological thing. It's used for studies. It's like, what is this wants to install? No, block. I don't want to ask later.
Chamberlain Rock is huge. It's named for Thomas Crowder Chamberlain, a geologist and former UW-Madison president.
The rock here is actually a rare, large example of Precambrian area glacial erratic. So this is an important piece for us from a geologic and a glacial standpoint.
In the early 1900s, it was referred to using an offensive racial slur.
Once.
The Black Student Union says it reminds some students of past racism at UW.
How does
like
it
when
remind
the
them of that
KKK
unless you
was
went
on
around
campus?
telling them
In
that
June
that's
of
what it was
2020, leaders of the Wisconsin
referred
Black
to
Student
once?
Union, in partnership with Wunk Chic, our Native American
Oh, by the
student
way,
group,
$50,000 US it cost to move this rock.
Presence, which it caused to our black members on campus and our community, both in the past and in the future.
So Chancellor Rebecca Blank approved removing it from its home on Observatory Hill.
$50,000.
Removing the rock as a monument in a prominent location prevents further harm to our community.
How does
while
it harm
preserving the
anybody?
rock's educational and research
Aside
value
from
for our
feel
current and
feels,
future
who does it
students.
harm? What does it harm, rather?
It's not getting
All
the
this
rock up
for feel
off
feels.
the ground that takes the longest. It's shifting it to its flattest side, makes it easier for the truck. It took over 2 hours just to rotate the 42-ton beast before being ready for its new home. In Madison, Savannah
I wonder if
Tomei,
they're going to put it back up the same way. I doubt it.
Spectrum News.
Yeah, Spectrum News is right, because if you found that offensive, you are fucking on the spectrum. Oh, first burp of the podcast. Could you imagine being offended by that? Like, you're so offended by a rock. Like, this one time, almost 100 years ago, somebody used a naughty word and referring to the rock, and that hurts my feels. Spend $50,000 and move it. Nah. Imagine being that precious. And these are the people who claim that they're... God, these are people who claim that they're constantly victims, that, society is against them. Imagine your life is that good. Your life is so good, you dig up an article from almost 100 years ago, from what 90... what are we talking? 96 years ago. You dig up you find a single article in one newspaper from 96 years ago, and you use that and you cry and you whinge and you moan to the point that a university spends $50,000 moving something because you cried and moaned. And you want to call other people privileged.
You will die without honor.
Like, you seriously want to go around and say that other people are privileged after you whinging and you moaning cost $50,000 and a giant rock. It's been there for more than 100 years, and someone said a naughty word when referencing it 94 years ago. It's estimated to be about 2 billion years old. So it's been around a lot longer than you, and it will still be around a lot longer than you. But in the early 1900s, it was referred to using a racial slur in a newspaper. It's not clear if it was a common term on campus at the time because there's no evidence of that. In June 2020, leaders of the Wisconsin Black Student Union, in partnership with Wunk Chic, I guess our Native American student group. Okay, fair enough. I was going to say Asian. After a protest of but I'm sure there was a protest of recommendations, Councillor Rebecca Blank, her name's Rebecca Blank. What was it? Something offensive before? Approved the removing it from its home on Observatory Hill. Her approval was necessary because it's within 15 feet of a Native American burial site. Oh my God. So they were like, this is offensive. We need to move it. And then the Native Americans like, oh my God, it's like right next to our land and you want to like have trucks on there? That's offensive. And they went, oh my God, we're all offended. Removing the rock as a monument in the prominent location prevents further harm to our community. I guarantee nowhere will they show any proof of harm that's happened. While preserving the rock's educational research value for our current and future school students. That's right. Remove something that actually has educational value because a single person, I'm guessing, their feelings were hurt. Yeah, Brad said, Friday morning a crew started the process using harnesses around the boulder to lift it with a large crane. They began just before 7 a.m. and finished after 11 that morning. The rock will be moved to UW Madison property on Lake Kengska, where the university geologists and researchers still have access to it. Oh, well, you know, this is fucking insane. Yeah, like, you people are fucking retarded. Did I not have that? Did I not have that on the whole time when I showed them moving? Oh, too late now anyway. God damn it, you people are fucking retarded. There's no other way to put it. That is just straight up retardation. A single person in a single article in a single newspaper 96 years ago. That's why you're upset. And speaking of fucking retards getting upset, I talked about this on my new podcast that I started on the weekend, on Saturday, which I'm going to do every Saturday from now on. Burp coming. Oh, excuse I, indeed. Yeah, I talked about it on Sage Live, which you can find on YouTube and D Live, where most, it'll be, the recorded backup will go up on D Live, but anyway, every, it's about the same time, but I don't know, whatever time this starts, wherever you are, it's usually about 8 p.m. here, so 8 p.m. Australian time, so I don't know, it's whatever, it'll be about, I think, 10:30 UCT, which would be 10:30 a.m. UCT. I'm guessing Saturday. Anyway, work that out. I don't know, but anyway, the same time that I do this live, basically, but on Saturday for me. I started a new podcast where I just talk about pop culture and that, and I discussed this story, but I figured because it was Star Wars related, but I figured I'll get some more use out of it and I'll bring it over here to Hide from Fire because it's too good just not to talk about again. And this comes out of Washington D.C., home of that horrific act that happened on January 6th, where the nation was almost taken over by a handful of boomers who were completely unarmed. But, you need to take away, but, at the same time, people can't have, you need, there's no need for you to have guns because you can't overthrow the government with your petty little AR-15, yet somehow a group of people in their 60s who are completely unarmed almost destroyed democracy. So, it's, what's the word I'm looking for? Retarded. Anyway, this one comes out of there. And I for this time when I'm talking about it, I decided to find I found a Australian news article on it. So let's see what the Australian spin is on it. Gee, I wonder.
How dare you?
Transgender woman slams store owner's controversial sign. That's right. A transgender woman and memorabilia store owner have been filmed in a heated confrontation over a controversial sign. A transgender woman and Star Wars store owner have been caught on film in a yelling match over a controversial sign. Well, they weren't caught on film. The tranny went in there with a friend to film it in the hoping it would all go viral, and it did go viral, but not as they intended. Tisa Mekas, who identifies as a trans woman. Oh, wow, you identify as a trans woman. Who identifies as a trans woman, could be seen confronting Don Schuster from Washington over a handwritten sign she found offensive and to be transphobic. Oh my God, she found it transphobic. The sign read, "If you are born with a dick, you are not a chick." Part of the sign inside the Schuster and Sons Star Wars shop read, Teresa accused the owner of being a bigot and posted the video of her confronting the man inside the store on Wednesday to Facebook. Trans women are women. That sign's bullshit, she told Don. And he said, "I'm telling you as a man, that's bullshit." Don hit back. You goddamn right he did. And yes, we will watch the video. So here it is. Is that Snoke or something? And look at this. The fucking pussy news. Oh, we can't show the word dick. That's offensive. Oh, God. He continued to say every time some bullshit like this happens, his sales go up because people are wanting this sign. Yeah, he's absolutely right. We're going to share this side of you and hopefully you can wake up. Sorry, we're going to share this side of you and hopefully we can wake you up, Tisa said before Don yelled back, "You're nuts." He told Tisa she's an embarrassment to the community, yeah, because she's a council member and she's using her influence as a government official to try and organize a protest. Alongside her Facebook post, Tisa, who is in the process of transitioning, also works as a councilwoman. That's okay, fair enough. You want to be woke and say that. She said the store was pretty cool, even though the owner had some wild beliefs. It was pretty cool, even though the owner had some wild beliefs. But today I learned that he put the sign up was a direct attack on me personally, as well as every trans member of our community, she wrote. So I went down there to see if it was real, and if so, I was going to grab a picture and leave. The business owner had other plans, which are in the video. Yeah, he fought back against you and your fucking bullshit, your Nazi-ass tactics, your fucking Stalin-ass fucking tactics of trying to fucking shame him into doing what you want. Yeah, it's over, sweetheart. It is fucking over. We have the right to be who we are. No one gets to belittle us ever. No, that's not true. That is 100% false. You have the right to be who you are. Absolutely. And people have the right to belittle you. That's part of equality. Equality means everybody can be made fun of. Everybody's a piece of shit. Everybody can be told they're great. Everybody can be told they fucking suck. That's equality. Everyone's a piece of shit. That's what equality means. These people don't want equality. They want superiority. They want to be able to go around and tell other people they're shit, but no one is ever allowed to give them a taste of their own medicine because they honestly believe they are better. They honestly believe that the way they feel is more important than anything else. That the way they feel is more important than reality, especially biological and physical reality. They think the way they feel is more important than the way anybody else feels because they don't believe they are equal. They genuinely believe they are superior. That is why they act this way. That is why they lash out whenever anyone even slightly pushes back. They lash out because they're not used to it. They've been taught that they are these fucking demigods walking around amongst us mere mortals. They've been told that they are like the be-all, end-all of existence. They honestly believe that they are superior. That is why they act this way. It is the only explanation. Her post has since been bombarded with messages of support, with hundreds shocked by the owner's sign, while others came to his defense. Notice how they don't mention the fact that this post is absolutely getting fucking ratioed. Like, nobody's on her side. You have a choice. It's his store. He has the right to his beliefs just as you do. If you don't like what he sells, leave the shop and shop elsewhere, one person commented. Absolutely fucking right. Yeah, and have a look at this. This is the dainty lady who was offended by the big mean man, the big mean Vietnam War veteran, which I guarantee this article will neglect to mention. Yeah, look at that. This woman is a foot taller than him. And, those shoes. What is what? You can't find fucking shoes that match your outfit in a size 13?
You're fucking a white male!
Day after the heated confrontation, Don told the Washington publication, King 5, I don't care what they do. I don't care. Come complain about stuff. I have free speech. He also said anyone who doesn't agree with him doesn't need to shop at his store, adding some people love it and have taken pictures of it. Yep, absolutely. Tissa said while she knows Don has the right to say what he wants, she wanted to tell him to his face it was hurtful, the publication reported. We are people. We are who we are, and we all want to be accepted in our community, she said. No, well, that's not how equality works. Equality doesn't mean people accept you. Equality means you're the same as everybody else. And if you don't want to accept him for his beliefs, then he doesn't have to accept you for your beliefs. That's equality. It's not, equality isn't one-sided. It's equal for everybody. That's why it's called equality. You don't get to have your beliefs and tell other people they can't express theirs. You don't get to express who you are and then go around telling other people they can't express who they are because who they are offends you. What if who you are offends them? But suddenly that doesn't count. Okay, so yeah, let's go to the video. Here's the first one.
You're gonna put that up and you're gonna let everybody else see it.
Well, everybody
When you're confronted by a trans woman, you're gonna hide it.
Oh my God, I'm a trans woman.
No, I don't think so.
They take pictures of it. They post it.
See, this is nah, I don't think so. Like, why? Because you live on Twitter. This is what these people genuinely believe, that Twitter, that social media is real life. So whenever something in the real world challenges that, they lose their shit because they don't understand why people in the real world don't act like Twitter bots and support them.
9 out of 10 customers love it.
Yeah, you know what? It's bullshit.
No, what you're spouting is bullshit.
No, it's not. Trans women are women, sir.
Then why do you have to call yourself a trans woman? Why do you have, if you're a real woman, why do you always have to tell people you're a woman? Shouldn't they just instantly know by looking at you?
That sign is bullshit.
I'll tell you what. Just check it out. It ain't bullshit.
I'm telling you right now, as a trans women are women.
Nope. If trans women are women, they'd just be women. You wouldn't have to preface it with trans.
Well, I'm telling you, as a man, that's bullshit.
Uh-huh.
It's total bullshit.
Okay.
You know what? Nobody confronts your ass. That's the problem.
Really?
If they'd say,
really?
What the?
You want to bet?
What the fuck is
You know
going
what I
on?
have
Do you know how many people you've embarrassed at City Hall?
And you know why he's saying that? Because this dude got elected to office as a dude, and then once elected, turned around and said, I'm trans, and now I'm making moves for the trans community.
Me, an
They have
embarrassment
to-
to City
they
Hall,
have to
really.
tolerate
You're an
that
embarrassment
shit.
to the city, sir. You are an embarrassment to this city.
I am a
And I'm
pillar
gonna
in the
make sure that
city.
Every
Yeah, he's a private business owner who pays taxes, You're an elected leech who steals from people's taxes. Yeah, you're in the right, dude. You're in the right, sorry, lady.
I'm a pillar in this. Now, you do that. Do you know why? Every time some bullshit like this happens, my sales go up because people are wanting this.
Really?
Really.
We're going to show them this side of you.
Yeah, and guess what happened? Sales went up.
And
you do it. You do it.
Dude, they went up to the point that this person now regrets posting it because of all the support he's getting. It's completely shattered this guy's worldview that people don't love him because he goes around lying about being a dainty lady.
Really good, because guess
Hopefully
what?
we can wake you up.
You are fucking nuts.
Let's wake you up.
You
to the
are
truth,
nuts.
sir.
You're not a woman. You don't look like a woman. You don't act like a woman.
This guy is based. You don't look like a woman. You don't act like... You don't look like a woman. You look like a dude in fucking really cheap op shop women's clothing.
Really?
You're fucked in the head. What's wrong with you?
I'm fucked in the head.
I am confronting you that you are
I am confronting you.
an asshole.
And I'm confronting you that just because I walked into your store, you felt the need to take your sign down.
Well,
But it's
I was
degrading
thinking
everybody in my community.
I was going to be nice,
What?
but no.
Be nice? Be nice?
That sign isn't nice.
Putting that sign up is not being nice. Putting that sign
Oh,
up is
poor baby. Your feels were hurt. Aww.
fucked up.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it on my TV out.
Good. Go for it.
But you know why?
Let everybody
Do you know why?
before they walk in.
Why did they cancel Dr. Seuss? No reason at all.
Nobody canceled Dr. Seuss. There are tons of his books still out there.
But the ones,
But Dr.
why?
Seuss himself said those books were racist.
Okay, so, yeah, here it is. Because of, I'll show the sign. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, here it is. Just out, Dr. Seuss's new book, If You're Born with a Dick, You're Not a Chick. This new release is out now because the cancel culture banned his earlier books. Yeah. So it was a protest to banning books because all of a sudden in 2020 or 2021, people decided just now they're offended. Yeah, that's not how it works. You don't get... Yeah. You weren't offended when they were out, but you're offended now. Like, that's very convenient for you people.
And he was ashamed of them, and so they took them off.
Let me tell you this.
Took them off because they were wrong.
You are fucked in the head. You're an
Really?
embarrassment to the community.
I think
You're
you need to look in the mirror, sir.
You are in the...
You're standing there in a fucking dress and a mask, and you don't think you're the one who's fucked in the head. Well, that just proves that this dude is genuinely insane and needs some kind of psychiatric help because he honestly believes he's a woman.
I think you need to look in the mirror when you say that because you're actually saying that about yourself.
Well, look at yourself, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, no shit, look at him.
For Christ's sakes, who would want to even be close? My God.
Really?
It's horrible.
I don't know why.
You are
why am I
not.
so
You
horrible
are
to
not
you?
a fucking chick.
Why am I so horrible to
Do you still have a dick?
You know what? That is none of your fucking...
Well, yeah, because women don't have dicks. So, you know, you're going around calling yourself a woman. Answer the question.
business.
Do you still have a dick?
That is none of
Because if
your
you
business.
do, guess what? Check
Would
it
you-
out.
Would you go to anybody else and ask them about their privates, about their genitalia?
I would.
No.
I would if they are.
Really?
If they're fucking
Really?
nuts.
Yeah.
Really? That
How
is
do you?
so fucking
How
weird,
do you
dude.
fucking live with yourself?
How do I
Do you
live
know,
with myself
buddy?
openly now.
Nobody.
Thankfully.
Do you think there's one person that really thinks that you're a chick?
I know a lot of people that agree with
No, you don't. You know a lot of people who are sparing you your feelings because they don't want to get cancelled. That's it. That's what you know.
me and that accept me for who
Do you
I
know-
am. And the fact that you're going to be
Nobody.
here with a sign like that
Nobody.
is bullshit.
Nobody confronts you. That's the
They
problem.
do.
They
do all
they do
the
not.
time.
Well, then what the fuck's wrong with you?
What the fuck is wrong with
Why
you?
are you doing this?
Yeah, why aren't you
Because
listening?
This is who I am, sir.
Oh, fuck
this
that
is who
shit.
I am.
Fuck that
You
shit.
can't deal with it.
I don't want to deal with it.
You don't want to deal with
you
it.
got that
That
right.
doesn't mean that you can put a sign up like
Yeah, it
that
does.
and not get
You-
confronted over it.
you-
And when you are, and you get upset because I'm
You-
upset that you pull this shit.
You make me
That's bullshit.
uncomfortable. Because
Really?
you're
Then
fucking
get the
nuts.
fuck away from me.
Then you get out of my store.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Look at this dude. This dude. Oh yeah. By the way, like I said, you want to look. This is the guy who honestly believes. And yeah, this was their Facebook post as well. This is the lady, the woman, who honestly believes he's passing as a woman. This is it. Give old Dong a ring and stop by and let him know what you think. Mark your calendar. This is a council member, an elected official of the government, organizing a protest against a private business because this private business has the right to free speech, but they're not using it in the way that this elected official would like them to use it. So this elected official is going to use their position as an elected official to call for a protest against somebody exercising a fundamental human right, because this person is clearly, like, everybody thinks I'm a lady. This is the guy who's saying everybody think, like, people support me and everybody genuinely thinks that I'm a woman. This is what it is. Whew. But yeah, okay, so hang on. Well, yeah, and you notice nowhere in this story from the Australian publication do they mention that he's a Vietnam War vet or anything like that, because, you know, they don't want any sympathy because the media is completely one-sided, and the video goes on. There's more.
You are nuts. You're not a woman. You don't look like a woman. You don't act like a woman.
Meskis confronted owner Don into the street.
You are not a chick.
Aberdeen Councilwoman Tiesa Meskis confronted owner Don Suker about a sign he posted in his store saying, if you are born with a slang for a male body part, you are...
Dude, the news won't show it. They are such fucking pussies.
Not a chick.
What he wrote there was so demeaning and so dismissive of...
Yeah, and? So what? That's equality. Equality means you can be demeaned. It means you can be dismissed.
Of who I am and who any trans woman is.
Meskis, a trans woman, says she knows...
Oh, God, is that your daughter? Or is that your fucking... Oh, God, is that your woke girlfriend? Or is that your woke girlfriend who now has to play along with your delusion, because if she breaks up with you, she's going to receive so much hate and be called a TERF and all this shit, so she is now stuck with you? Or is it your daughter who is now stuck with you and has to grit her teeth and say, no, my dad is a pretty lady. My dad is a dainty little lady now, and I love my dad, mum, so much. Because if she doesn't, she is going to be ostracized and ridiculed from the woke circle that she's in.
Suker has the right to say what he wants.
You're nuts.
You need to back off now.
No, you do.
You go into his store looking for a confrontation, and you're so used to people just going, oh my God, I don't want to be called transphobic. I don't want to be called a bigot. Whatever you want, Miss Lady Man, sir. And it didn't happen this time, and now your whole world is thrown out of whack.
But she wanted to tell him to his face it was hurtful.
I would really like them to open their eyes and their heart and see that, you know, we are people, we are who we are, and all
we are people. That is debatable.
All we want to be is accepted in our community.
Now, I don't care what they do, but don't come in here and complain to me about stuff. I have free speech.
Suker says anyone who disagrees with him does not need to spend money at his store, where that sign was still visible today.
And everybody's loved it. Everybody's taken pictures of it. Everybody laughs.
Not everybody loved it, as we saw.
Well, yeah.
This guy fucking rules. He doesn't give a fuck. And why should he? These people are such a small minority of insane nut jobs. Why should anybody give a fuck?
And some people think it's hurtful.
Well,
he told us that this hurt.
But here's the thing. I don't give about feelings anymore. I'm 78. I went to Vietnam to fight for all this. Do you think I care about some feelings? Absolutely not.
Supporters of the councilwoman are planning a protest out in front of the store Saturday morning at 10. Don Suker says he is calling on some of his backers for a show of support at the same time.
Yeah, so hang on, there's another news article here.
And some people think it's hurtful.
Well,
he told us that this hurt.
But here's the thing. I don't give about feelings anymore. I'm 70 age. I went to Vietnam to fight for all this. Do you think I care about some feelings? Absolutely not.
Oh, man. That is becoming a sound drop. Do you think I care about some asshole's feelings? Absolutely not. Hang on, let me just see if I can find my Okay, hang on. Okay. And I'm just trying to find. Yeah, I got some pitch. All right, so the they eventually said they eventually called off the protest once they realized that it was like a complete breach. Complete breach. I think, like, you know, yeah, as an elected official, they're not supposed to be calling for protests over their own personal shit. Yeah, so here we are from the Daily World. Protest gainers large show of support for local Star Wars store. What was originally, God damn it, sinuses. What was originally planned as a protest against a local business owner over a sign in his shop deemed to be transphobic turned into a large show of support in the last chapter of the Star Wars shop saga. Dozens of supports. Who the fuck wrote this? Arrived at the Schuster and Sons Star Wars shop. Say that 5 times backwards. Wisconsin Whisker Avenue in Aberdeen on Saturday in what was originally scheduled to be a protest by pro-LGBTQ demonstrators after a controversial video went viral. In the video, Soren, blah, blah, blah. The point of the contention was a handwritten sign in Schuster's shop that says that, yeah, if you're born with a dick, you're not a chick. In the few days since the video was posted online, the argument has made national attention and international. Oh, God damn it. Sorry, fucking. Got all phlegmy then for some reason. Yeah, in the few days since the video was posted online, the argument has made national and international headlines, being reported on by the New York Post, Daily Mail, and multiple well-known independent online news and opinion channels. A report on Thursday from King 5 stated Mika said her supporters plan on demonstrating in front of the store on Saturday, August 7th at 10 a.m., but was updated on Friday to state Mikas has planned to have a support rally outside the store on Saturday, and Schuster said he would get his backers to show support as well, but demonstrations have since been cancelled. Yeah, because they saw what was happening to him online. They saw that they were getting roasted online, and they realized that they were going to be wildly outnumbered. While demonstrations organized by the group Chalice Rivers Mutual Aid, which is just like a fucking protest organization. It's an Antifa front. An organization building itself as a grassroots disaster relief network, but has been described by journalist Andy No as an Antifa group, were cancelled late Friday. Plenty of supporters of the Star Wars shop showed up Saturday morning. Yeah, here it is. If you're born with a dick, you're not a chick. An elderly business owner in Aberdeen was confronted. Yeah, here's Andy No's thing. Aberdeen Walsh council member, here formerly known as Nathan Kennedy, and an Antifa group have announced a direct action at the Schuster & Sons shop on Saturday. The 78-year-old man told Meske to her face that she is not a woman. Oh, that's got to hurt. Approximately 30 to 50 supporters of Schuster were visible in front of his store throughout Saturday morning into the afternoon, with an estimated 400 supporters in total visiting the store on Saturday. So he got 400 customers on one day just because of this man. Members of the group flew United States and anti-Antifa flags, held signs that echoed Schuster's sentiments, and represented locals, former residents, and often vilified right-wing groups. I'm good friends with Don. We've been friends with him for a long time, said Tony Kunkel, a former Wisconsin high school graduate. He now lives in Minnesota, CA, and once sold his Star Wars collection to the guy. Knuckle didn't make the lengthy trip up north for the protests. He was in town to celebrate his brother's birthday, but with the possibility of Antifa groups harming his friend's establishment, Knuckle felt the need to show his support. Yeah, that's right. As soon as it turned out that this fucking council member was going to get Antifa to show up, a whole bunch of people went out there like, oh, goody, we get to go bash fucking Antifa fags. So they just, they went out there and, why the hell wouldn't you? Oh, you get to punch somebody in the head and, watch them cry like a bitch. Let's see. I just came down to talk to Don about it, ask what's going on and tell him I'm here to support him, he said. He's a great guy. He's a pillar of the community. Former bar manager Barbara Clinton, she felt the need to attend in support of Schuster's store after seeing her livelihood affected in similar fashion in 2017. Clinton was one of the employees of the Black Pearl Tavern in Hoquiam that eventually closed after a dispute between bar owners and a local LGBTQ group. I was very angry because I thought, how dare they do this to another business, Clinton said after watching the video online. If they could close the business where I was, they could do it to Don, and I was not going to let that happen. Holy shit, people are actually standing up for themselves. People are actually fighting back. Well, this is fucking amazing. I absolutely believe it was planned, she said. If it wasn't planned, why would there be somebody there videotaping it? It's almost a mirror image of what happened at the bar. I'm not against these people. Everyone has a right to be who they want to be, but nobody has the right to take down a business. Yep, 100%. Approximately a dozen pro-LGBTQ protesters lined the opposite side of the street across from the store in the morning and then later moved to the intersection just west of the store. Yeah, okay. And pro-LGBTQ protester Aaron Don said believed he was particularly responsible for the video going viral after sharing it in Reddit, and that he felt a kind of kinship with Mesky. When I saw the video of our city councilwoman having the argument, I had such a guttural reaction and posted it online, said the Westport native, who stated that he felt pure disgust and an immense hatred for Schuster. It went viral, and I feel particularly responsible for the pro-Schuster protesters being there, as because I exposed it to a lot of people who are now here, so I wanted to come and support the police people. I believe in the right in this situation. So you put it up online thinking that Twitter is real life, therefore 99% of people are going to agree with you. That didn't happen. And now you're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, there's so many bigots out there. How come they outnumber us? Hollywood says we're the ones. Oh. The fact wasn't lost on Knuckle, who said that the overwhelming support for Schuster and his business because of the actions taken by Meafy and left-wing activist group. It's the opposition that caused all this. They spread the word themselves, and it was enough to bring all these people here today, he said before asking why Miska was absent from Saturday's protest. Left-wing protesters left-wing protesters started everything, and now they're not here. I mean, this is a few here, but the guy that started is not here. Where is he at? Oh my God. Dull said no contact was made with Meskis, that's the tranny, and defended Albreen's ward second position third council member, stating she's not even in town. She showed enough support going in and confronting him. Oh, so she organized a protest for a time, and fuck it, I'll say she, because we're talking about the tranny here. She organized a protest for a time that she knew she would be out of town, or she organised the protest, saw the insane backlash that she didn't expect, and got the fuck out of Dodge. Yeah, which one is more likely, I ask you? Which one is more likely? She never abused her rights as a councilwoman once in the video. She has never used her power against him. Really, she organised a protest. She only used her rights as a private citizen, using her freedom of speech to confront him, Dole said. And it was another citizen that posted the video. He didn't post the video. Of course not. That's how it was planned out. She wasn't going to say anything about being a council member, and she wasn't going to be the one to protest it, but it still backfired, didn't it? She didn't post the video. She never called for the protest. All she did was go to the store and confront the man. His sign was making other citizens feel unsafe. How does that sign make you feel unsafe? That's retarded. Calls and emails to Meskers have not been returned as of late Saturday evening. Darby, who declined to provide his last name, a member of the Proud Boys. Yeah, I can understand why. A group that describes itself as pro-America's men's group made up of Western chauvinists and has multiple run-ins with the violent Antifa group, said his based on his observations of the video, he also believes the confrontation was instigated by Meskers. It was going on. Darby was just one of a small handful of Oregon-based Proud Boys and said the group were there to respect Schuster's military service. Yeah, that's why they didn't show up. They knew Proud Boys were going to be there, and they knew they were going to get their heads caved in. All right, anyway, we've got a couple of videos. I've got a couple of videos here of, where are they? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I got a couple of videos here, or two, of the protesters who showed up. Actually, should we show the I'll go to the pictures first. So here we go. Here's the group that showed up, like across the road from the store. Trans people belong here. Your hatred does not. Ugh, my God, why is he dressed like it's the 90s? Why do all these... Oh my God, what, do you think you would have been more accepted in the 90s, you fucking idiot? I didn't know transphobia was a Second Amendment right. But you've only written, I didn't know transphobia, wait, wait, that doesn't even make sense. I didn't know transphobia was, is that supposed to be a Second Amendment right? I think this guy might be retarded because the Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. Freedom of speech is the First Amendment. So you think his right to bear arms, you didn't know transphobia was the right to bear arms. These people are genuinely retarded. Mind your own genitals. Why can't you afford decent paper? I mean, the white guy there, isn't that interesting? The white guy has the white guys have the best looking signs. It's almost as if they might actually have jobs and work. Carrie Fisher would be appalled. Yeah, you don't know that. Trans women are men. Speak the truth. Speak the truth boldly. So this is one of the counter protesters. And here's another one from the counter protest. Oh, here's a bunch of more dudes. Oh, yeah, there's the Proud Boys outside the store. Fuck your feelings. And there's that one. Yeah, somebody made that, and yeah, I used it. But hang on. So this is it. These are the protesters who showed up. This is it. This is all of them. All right, let's start with the mind your own genitals girl. Let's see what she has to say.
Local businesses, but I only want to support local businesses that don't think that I myself as a human being shouldn't have a right to identify myself. My identity is not your preference. It's not a political opinion. It's who I am. You don't have to understand. You don't have to accept it, but the least you can do is respect it.
Yeah, that you don't have to even do that, though. That's the problem. That's what they don't understand about equality. People don't have to understand you. People don't have to accept you, and they don't have to respect you. You were right on 2 out of 3 points, love. Nice try.
Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how someone identifies. We can provide human decency to everyone else.
Yeah, you can.
And that's all that matters. I don't mind that people stand in opposition. Maybe they see us as the villains for harassing a local store owner. But we see it as someone disrespecting our rights as human beings.
What rights?
Thank you.
Yeah, what rights were disrespected? All right. Now let's go to the guy with the ice cream shirt.
So, why are you here today?
I'm here to support the city councilwoman that was attacked by transphobic statements inside of the Star Wars shop just down the street over there.
She was attacked by
my goal here today
statements.
is...
Yeah, okay, we're going to go back on that. She was attacked by statements. These people are fucking insane.
City councilwoman that was attacked by transphobic statements inside of the Star Wars shop just down the street over there.
Okay.
My goal here today is... well, everybody said that we were going to be violent, and that was the misinformation that was spread around, and as you can see, we're only 5 people. At the most, we had 13 people, and they kept egging us on, and honestly, the only thing that we can do is sit here and show them our backs. Jesus said, love thy neighbor. He didn't stutter.
All right. Is that it?
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like how they invoke Jesus when it suits them. You know, when they're not fucking laying with other men, you fucking homo. Yeah, that was misinformation.
That's what the bloody Marxists always say.
Yeah, so that all went nowhere. The guy ended up, they tried to like review bomb him online, like with a Yelp and all that shit. It went the opposite way because a whole bunch of people just left positive reviews telling him he's a legend and all that. And yeah, it fucking completely fucking backfired for these people. So hopefully this is a, sign of the times. And, yeah, and people are fighting back on it because people are starting to realize all this woke horse shit is just driving society backwards. And yeah, speaking of driving society backwards, let's go to this article here. This should be the one. Here we go. Military discovers that stripping photos from promotional evaluations hurts blacks. Excuse me. Defense Secretary Mark Esper put out a military-wide directive Wednesday barring the use of photos in promotion boards and ordering the development of new hair and grooming standards devoid of racial bias. Why would hair and grooming standards have racial bias? Everybody has hair. Everybody grooms. Yeah, how can you... Oh, thanks for the follow on D-Live there. Yeah, how can... Oh, okay, I don't get that. Anyway, in a memorandum to the service secretaries and joint chiefs of staff, Esper outlined a series of steps aimed at eliminating discrimination, prejudice, and bias in all ranks to promote equal opportunity, morale, and readiness of the force. Well, so far, this all sounds fucking hunky-dory, doesn't it? I mean, so far, this all sounds absolutely perfect. Steps include prohibiting the use... This is where it gets great. Let's highlight that properly. Prohibiting the use of photographs for promotion boards and selection process pertaining to the assignment, training, education, and command. After all, we know that that systematic racism is perverse, so that just the sight of a black candidate's photo must dismiss his chances. See, that's what he's working on. He's thinking that, well, obviously black people aren't getting promoted as much because their photos are in the, in the document along with their, everything about them, all the written stuff about them. So if we get rid of the photos, then, there won't be any racial bias. And he's 100% correct there. If you do remove a person's picture, if there's no picture on a resume, and, as far as I know, I never in my life had to send in a photo of myself for a resume, or how tall I am, or my eye color, any kind of physical description, actually. So, I know that every job I've ever gotten was purely based on, my skills and my, how well I would fit that job. So anyway, the Army already had moved to stop using photos in promotion boards, and the Navy planned to review the practice. Esper also ordered that all services to review hairstyle and grooming policies for racial bias and make appropriate policy modifications no later than September 15th. Okay, so I still don't get what the fucking, grooming and hair has to do with anything. Like, what, black guys can't get the same fucking crew cut? What, black guys can't shave all their hair off? It's, what, women can't shave all their hair off and be, wouldn't you just go fucking crew cuts for everybody? And that be, racially, make everybody get the fucking Lex Luthor haircut. The fucking haircut that I have. Just shave it all off. Do that for everybody. Problem solved. They're not going to do that. It's going to be special exemptions. If you're a black woman, you're allowed to have this certain haircut, and if you're this, you're allowed to have this. I guarantee. Because making it fair would just be to no facial hair, no hair on your head at all. Because everybody can do that. Regardless of race, regardless of gender, everybody can take a fucking razor to their head and face and just get rid of it all. So that would be equality. That would be making it equal for everybody. But let's face it, we know that's not what they mean. We must root out prejudice and the bias that may exist but isn't always transparent. Throughout the military, EPSA said. The measures are based on recommendations from the service branches. In a series of Twitter posts, EPSA said that all commands should work to eliminate unconscious bias among service members through frank and open discussions. Prejudice and bias in the ranks are not always transparent, he said, in urging commands to increase the frequency of workplace and equal opportunity services to identify areas for improvement. He called on commands to give him monthly updates through the end of the year to gauge the effectiveness of the policy changes. The actions I am directing are necessary first step, but hard work remains and we will continue to learn as we move forward, EPSA said. And now the brass have learned. It turns out that America is biased in favor of blacks. So eliminating their photos hurts them by forcing evaluation based on their accomplishments. So they took the pictures out so no one knew who was black, no one knew who was white. All they could see was work ethic and how much time they put in, I don't know how it works in the military, but basically all people could see was just their fucking, they couldn't see, they couldn't go, oh, look, I've hired 2 white people already. The next person better be black, otherwise, I'm going to look racist. Because they took away all the photos, no one had any idea who was black and who was white, so they were just picking the best candidates, and apparently, it turns out white people won that one. Whoops, he-doodle.
You will die without honor.
I will for laughing at that, I will. From Stars and Stripes today. By Catlin, Stars and Stripes, Washington. The Navy could include service photos in promotion packages, again, after data suggests minorities are less likely to be selected blindly in some situations by promotion review boards, the chief service personnel said Tuesday. Diversity among leadership dropped after photos were removed last year from Navy promotion package, Vice Admiral John Nowell said. During a panel discussion on diversity and inclusion at the Navy Leagues, oh my God, this is what our military, well, when I say our military, obviously I'm Australian, so basically it's the same fucking military when you think about it. Former Defense Secretary Mark Epster directed all services in July 2020 to eliminate photos from promotion. I love how this has backfired. Excuse me. Selection boards to support diversity in the ranks, but Noel said adding them back could do more to build a diverse leadership force. Yeah, because like I said, you've got this person scored 98 in the test, this person scored 96, this person scored 97, and this person scored 92. Well, we have to let one of them go, so logic dictates the one who scored the lowest, the 92. Turns out that person was black, and I'm not saying that because they're black, they scored less. I'm saying that what happens is, there's like I said before, it's like, okay, we'll take this guy, he's at the top, this guy's at the top. Shit, I just took 2 white guys in a row. Is there a black? Yep, take the black. Okay, now this guy, he's next at the top. He's next at the top. Oh, we don't have any women. Okay, and I just picked 2 white guys again. Oh, can I kill 2 birds with one stone? Are there any black women in that pile? Find me a black woman. Any black woman will do. Yep, put her in. Like, that's what was happening. And once you remove the photos, they have no idea whether they're being diverse or not. They have no idea whether they're, being woke enough or not. They're just picking. It purely becomes a meritocracy, and that's great for everybody. But if you're trying to get one very specific group of people in, and you're trying to make it look like a rainbow, meritocracy doesn't work out for you. Let's see. I think we should consider restating the photos. For instance, the one starboard over the last 5 years. Wait, hang on. I think we should consider reinstating photos and selection boards, he said. We look at, for instance, the one starboard over the last 5 years, and we can show you where, as you look at the diversity, it went down with the photos removed. Yeah, because they're not getting picked because of their skills. They're getting picked because, they want to make it look like basically, if you, it's basically like you're going to do a blind test and try and pick make a bag of M&Ms. But you're not going to look at the color of the M&Ms. You're just going to, with blindfold on, grab M&Ms and put them in a bag. How do you know you're not going to end up with a bag that's 50% red and a smattering of other colors mixed in? You don't know because you weren't looking at them, because they all look and feel the same without looking at them. It's a meritocracy. We're only going to pick the best of the best, but we're very clear with our language to boards. We want them to consider diversity across all areas. Well, then it's not a meritocracy, he said. Therefore, I think having a clear picture just makes it easier. Then it's not a meritocracy, is it? It's a fucking wokeocracy. The Marine Corps is also looking at reinstating photos. Brigadier General A.T. Williamson, Director of Services Manpower Plans and Policy Division, said during the panel discussion, there are elements of the photo that are very helpful for us. I think that we may find that we have disadvantaged individuals by removing these photos from boards. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. You have disadvantaged people because you're basing it off of who gets the highest score. Like, you're not picking who is and who isn't getting in based on, well, we've got 10 spots, so 5 have to be black, 5 have to be white. You're just picking people not at random, but you don't know. And then once the 10 people show up and 8 of them just happen to be white, or hell, 8 of them could happen to be black, you're like, oh shit, we're supposed to be diverse. This isn't diverse. Like, it doesn't matter which way it goes. Like, hell, if you're going off test scores and it's just like, basically written test scores, well, then, you're probably going to end up with a fucking army that's 100% Asian. Let's be real here. Okay, yeah, and it just goes on. I just thought, we'll end on this one, and I just thought that was really funny that fucking they remove photos because they want to be more inclusive, and they end up fucking becoming less inclusive. It seems to be a sign of the times. I thought that was funny. Anyway, I will end this podcast because how long has it been going? For some reason, my internet connection is I'm getting a yellow. It's flickering from green to yellow on OBS. So, oh, fucking hell. Dropped 2% of frames. All right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anywho, I will catch you guys later. And, God damn it, I forgot what this one was. Oh, no. Remember, be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Be good to yourself. Be kind to yourself. And always remember, trans lives matter.
Gay!